At me because I don't. Welcome to RW, Results Driven. We're excited tonight. Got some great topics we want to deal with you on tonight. I'm going to be explaining to you the one thing in 2022 that changed my life. It literally changed the projection of my life. It helped me in so many ways and so many levels that I think is going to be a blessing to you. I'm actually excited about sharing it with you as we move forward. So real quick, let me jump into tonight. And guys, we want to go through a little something first. My greatest breakthrough 2022. Doesn't that sound good? I'm just excited about showing you guys this because I believe that it changed the game for me. And it was something that really helped me get through some interesting and tough times. One thing you'll note in business is as you're progressing and moving forward, there's so much that's coming at you. Anybody in here besides me used to have sleepless nights, still have sleepless nights? Can't slow your mind down. You're chasing a thought every moment. You don't know what's going on. You're just all over the place. Good, because I'm gonna help you with that tonight. I'm gonna help you with that. Okay. All right, guys, real quick, housekeeping, taking notes. If you can, take some notes, guys. If you are at a place, I know some of you are moving. Some of you have already told me you're gonna jump on and jump off. Totally understand. I'm gonna have the recording up hopefully within the next couple of days. That way you can go back and review it. But for those of you that can stay on, hang out with me, it's going to be good. Camera on if possible. I'd love to see your smiling faces. If you need to, take a moment, go get your teeth, go get your weave, ponytail, put it on, put your teeth in, and jump on. I want to see your face, okay? If possible. Also, ask questions. Tonight, we are going to do some interactive stuff. So I'm going to hit you up. Last week, I kind of dropped a little nugget on you on some things I want you to show up with. Some people, I know you didn't show up because you didn't have your stuff ready. But you know what? Don't be like there wasn't school. Well, you know what? I didn't do the project, so I'm just not going to go. Don't do it. Don't do it in life. I know you did it in school, but don't do it in life. At least be woman or man enough to say, you know what? I just didn't do the work. Okay? Yeah. To me, that's much better than saying, you know what? I'm going to act like, what time is it? I'm going to act like I forgot about the tub. Because a lot of times people do that, but that's just life, okay? Comments in chat. If you would, put your name and your business name for me. Your name, your business name, put it in the chat. Let me know who you are, where you're hailing from. Always love to see who is watching. Some of you guys be low-key watching. I got guys that watch me on other venues, and they don't never say nothing. And then I see them, they're like, oh man, I like what you said about, man, look here, man, give my brother a shout out, man. Say something, say hello, say great message. Comments are great, shares are better. So if you comment and share, I greatly appreciate it, all right? As we push this content out to hopefully help people get in a better position in life and in business, all right? Mute, do me a favor, if you can, only unmute when you are called upon. I'm gonna give you a few moments. I'm shortening, I don't know if you noticed, my actual monologue, only because I love the dialogue that we've been having. To me, it's all about results. And those results sometimes only come from conversation and actually asking the people within the network or group, how did you do such and such? Before we turned on the camera tonight, or before we turned on the record tonight, we had some people, one person in particular, she's actually writing her first ebook. And she was asking some questions, and some other people already wrote their ebook. We had another lady that wrote like 5,250,000 and 5 books. So we thank God for her. So with that experience already on this Zoom, it's like now it's good to have people that have done what you're trying to do. To also encourage you that if they did it, you can do it too. All right. With that being said, let's jump right on a little further. This week's wins. I want to hear real quick from you. What happened this week that was good? Don't tell me nothing happened. Something happened. My overachievers, you know, well, I don't know. I don't know. Isn't it? Yes, you did something. It was good. Build on your small wins because your small wins become big wins. That's why I keep this as a part of what we do. So real quick, if you would unmute yourself and give me a good big old win.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, what's happening?
Hi, everybody. Happy holidays. I want to say that my win this week is deciding to work with Samantha. And in addition to that, my win is that I got a new customer in Miss Anissa. So I'm happy both ways. So I'm very grateful. I'm very happy. Those are my wins.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Hey, that's how we do. Especially, I love it when I hear about it in the network. We are networking together. I like it. I like it. I like it. So great job. Thank you so much for sharing. Who else? Give me one of those other good wins. Who's got another good win out there?
I got to win. I got to win.
Give me one. Give it to me.
So, I've been wanting to get my deer forever. And so at one point I didn't think it was going to happen. But I didn't have to do nothing, and he is here. He's got a home, and he's good to go. So I'm praising God that he did over to this side.
Wow, that's amazing. That's guys, as your parents get aging, it's so important that we remind ourselves that we got to be in a position to help them, or at least be able to cheer them on to get there. So we're excited, definitely, because it's one thing when you want a thing, it's another thing when it happens. So I love it from point of start to finish. Great job, great job. Excited. This is going to be something that's going to help you get better. I don't know about you guys, but when you keep your family close, man, it gives you so many less worries. When you have to worry about your family, I promise. How many can attest to that? When I don't have to worry about mom and them, when I have to worry about folk calling me about money, well, I don't got to worry about, is we talking, ain't we talking? Did you talk about my mama? I talk about your mama. It makes life a lot easier, and we flow a lot better. Awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff. One more. Give me one more good win, man. One more good win. Lean in. What you got?
I got one for you. Of course, I made the leap. I hired Samantha for the deluxe package. Let's go, girl. Let's do it. Darshana's getting out the game, and I also want to take care of that. But my number one win this past week, quite honestly and transparently, was that I actually got on my little leg bike and rode it for 10 minutes for a few days. And that, I've been afraid to exercise and work out because of what I went through this year. And I got on there and I did it. So for me, that is like a Darshana win for real. Thank you, Jesus.
I love it. Hopefully it wasn't that I scared you about not taking that bubble bath thing that you were talking about.
No, you made that pretty clear. Do it tomorrow. Yeah, that was very clear.
Well, good job. Great job. Matter of fact, that is amazing. Guys, you got to realize that health is wealth. So when you take care of you, you can take care of others. Okay, that's why I focus a lot on me, which some people don't say or admit to, but I do. I love me. I love the heck out of me. Matter of fact, I love me so much, I put me before everybody else, because I know that me is important for where other people are going. So guys, get to the point where you realize that you're important, and you got to make sure that you stay on top of your game. All right. So real quick, I just want to, number one, tell you guys that did your daily check-ins, great job. Great job. Those of you that slipped, dipped, and hooked, you got accountability issues. It's one thing to know what to do. It's another thing to have somebody push you to do it. I think what happens too with accountability, like we talked about last week, is sometimes it makes you have to come clean and be transparent in what you're doing and not doing. So those of you that did it, I appreciate it. I hope it helped you, because I know that sometimes you just need that little push. I have another one of my clients that's she had to jump off, but we actually had her, and she, boom, like on the 10th day, it kicked in, and boom, she started working and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So the accountability works, guys. We just got to dive into it to make it work. All right, guys. So real quick, how do I do this? Let me go back to my main screen. I want you guys to see my face on this one. So what is the thing that changed my life this year? What is the thing that shifted me to make me be more effective? Meditation. It changed the game for me. Some of you know, I am a teacher, preacher. I love the Lord. I am a gospel preacher. I love the Lord. I love the Word of God. And a lot of times we've been taught things, that certain things were just mystical, scary, things were just, you're going to hell for doing that. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff that we've been taught that has no validity to it. Okay. So I fell victim to a lot of this stuff. In other words, I believe that meditation was wrong. It was you going to hell. It was a bunch of people sitting around going, num chung young hey, num, I've been watching too much Tina Turner when she was doing that movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? And so some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But it was to where I got this thing to where it wasn't for me. I don't understand why people do it. I don't need all that help, blah, 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 blah. But my son, he actually started meditating, started getting like heavy into it. My son was not a bad person. He was a good guy with some bad habits. And so, and I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about that just himself. But with that being said, is like I challenged him on it. And I challenged him in a way to where I was like, man, forget what you're talking about. You tripping, da, 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 da. And I, guys, I just want to be transparent because sometimes we get new information and we don't receive the information. We actually fight against the information. We don't want to have it. It's like, nah, I can't do it. That don't work for me. And it's like, well, how do you even know if it works for you if you don't try? How do you know what's good for you if you don't really follow through with anything? Okay. Also, too, I found out personally that I'm a guy that number one is about results. You guys know that. When I saw the results in his life, when I saw the changes, I saw the adjustments, I saw the shifts, I had to take notice. And I told him flat out, I said, look, dude, I'm not trying to be funny no more. I was. Before I was clowning, I ain't gonna lie. I was just, oh man, this meditation, oh, it's a bunch of crap, you tripping, da, da, da. But then, as I saw the results, he helped me through it, gave me some good material, some good information, and simplified it. And I'm hoping tonight that he's going to simplify it for you too, to where you can do and get to a place to where you can actually start seeing things clearer. Because even tonight, as we get into our strategy session, I want you to have a clear head, because sometimes you can be on this working and you got 50 things going on in your head. But at some point, you got to focus in and really go after what you want. And I believe that's what meditation did for me. So real quick tonight, I'm going to bring to the forefront the guy that actually introduced all this to me. And that is going to be my son. And I'm actually going to put him in the spotlight. Hold on one second. I think he's about to pop on. Hold on one second. And how did that not working for me? That's pretty weird. Hold on one second. Let's see. For some reason, I cannot put him as a spotlight. That's really interesting, but that's okay. What I'll do is I'm going to pull up the screens here and see what we can do to make this happen. But how many people are like me and they really thought that meditation is a trip? You're just like, man, what are they talking about? Everybody trying to do all that. If that's you, just put it in the chat. Just say, man, I don't know nothing about all that. Man, that sounds crazy. I got things to do. Ain't nobody trying to be doing all this meditating and stuff like that. How many of you have, seriously, that's been like one of the things you said, like, forget all that. That stuff's a bunch of hogwash. It's a bunch of mess. It ain't spiritual. It's the devil. Come on, give me some comments. What have you gotten, guys? Have you gotten, some of you guys have done that, or is that just me alone? Am I the only one out here in these streets? Or is it just, okay, it ain't, I am? All right, well, I'll let y'all deal with it then. Let's see, hold on one second. I'm almost there, guys. Let's see. Some of you are looking at me. Cancel. Okay, stop looking at my screen. Look at me. Hold on. There it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. And there's the slides. Bam, there it is. Pulling it up. And let me go back. And Lee, are you with us?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. I put you in. Only thing is, for some reason, it's not allowing me to give you the spotlight. So I'm going to let you walk your way and talk your way through and go through your slides. The floor is yours. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on tonight.
Okay, thank you. To click to the next slide, I'm sorry. How would I go about doing it?
I got you.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I appreciate you giving that intro, because what actually got me into it was I was going through a lot of stuff in my life and I was just looking for a release. And I was always leery of meditation because growing up in the Christian church, like the only people that I knew that did it were like people of other faiths and different spiritualities that I wasn't really comfortable with. So, but when I seen that someone was offering a Christian meditation class, I got into it because it felt safe, and I learned a lot. I learned that actually that the Christians and the Israelites that they have been meditating for years. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a natural thing, and that every culture did it, and that meditation isn't strictly to one form of religion or anything like that. It's literally just a practice like prayer. You know what I'm saying? Prayer itself isn't restricted to one religion, but you can put your own philosophy to your prayers if you want to, if that makes sense. So it's just a tool. Meditation is just a tool. That's what I found out. And it really helped me release, and me being able to release helped me clear my mind. I started having more time because I didn't have to invest as much time trying to find relief in other things, because meditation became an easy way for me to release for free. um, so on these benefits, if you look at the screen, it shows a bunch of benefits. I don't have time to go through every single one, but the main ones that you need to know is that meditation definitely is healing to your mind, it's healing to your body, and it's healing to your soul. It's healing to your mind because um, if you go to the Bible, it says about in the Psalms, David says to meditate about 26 times. Also, one of my favorite scriptures, it says to be still and know God. So a lot of times people want to know how you hear God. It's when you're still, it's when you're quiet. It's because when you're still and you're quiet, all those thoughts that are moving all crazy and stuff like that, you get to shut all that down for a minute so God can speak to you. Because sometimes people think God's not speaking, but he's trying to dance around all the noise in your head. You know what I'm saying? So once you be still and kind of like silence your thoughts, now you can hear the spirit more clearly. So that's one thing I learned. Also, I learned that meditation also helps reset your nervous system, which helps you release healthy hormones. Instead of that flight chemical, you release dopamine, you release oxytocin. These are just like good feeling chemicals that your body naturally makes, that are naturally healing to your body and naturally give you relief, and then naturally energizes you. So that way you get things done faster because you're less stressed, and you're more energized, you're more charged. So this is one of the beautiful things. And if you have trouble sleeping at night, meditation is definitely a way to help shut your mind down at night so you can actually go to rest. Because some people, when they're trying to sleep, their mind's going like 1,000 miles per hour. So those are like the main things that I would like to point out. If that might draw your attention to wanting to get into meditation. Would you mind going to the next slide, please?
Absolutely.
What you would learn in a meditation class of mine is meditation styles. So there's different styles. You've got the styles where people are, you're doing the deep breaths. You got the styles where you breathe through your mouth, or styles that you breathe through your nose. You got styles where different breaths heal different parts of your body. And then you've got also just not really focusing on breathing deeply, but you're just sitting still. You know what I'm saying? You're just sitting still and you're just focusing on what's happening in your five senses. Because a lot of times we're not very present. My father talks about being present all the time, being in the moment, being here. Sometimes we're not really present in the moment because we're all up in our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any of you ever went out to eat and somebody's not like really there. They're all in their head. They're thinking about a bunch of stuff. They're everywhere but the dinner. So, there's meditations that help you become more focused, because your mind is like a muscle. And so meditation helps you train that muscle. So we train all the other muscles, but your mind is also a muscle that can be trained. You can learn about meditation history. So you can learn more about meditation history outside of just like what you see with the Nom Reggae and the Buddhism and all that type of stuff. You can learn the true source of like where meditation comes from, and what it actually does, the science of meditation, you know what I'm saying? What meditation is, how it actually helps heal your body, how people have even claimed that they lost weight and had a healthier metabolism, you know what I'm saying? So people getting higher, being able to score higher grades in school because there's a science that affects your biochemistry. So these are a few things you'll learn. Next slide, please. Okay, and the benefits of a live class, because you guys, you don't have to pay $499.99 to do a meditation class. You can go on YouTube and pull up all kind of meditations. But the only thing about going online on the YouTube is you don't have that accountability. Just like when some people, when they want to go to the gym, one of the biggest complaints is I don't have someone to work out with to help me stay motivated throughout the workout. So when you have somebody meditating with you, you have someone helping you stay motivated, helping you stay comfortable. Because sometimes when you meditate, people give up because they say, oh, I don't know how to do it, or I'm not doing it right. So if you have somebody there with you, you know what I'm saying, I can reassure you, I can answer your questions, and I can kind of guide you and give you direction. The good thing about, and that's the good thing about doing meditation live, is that you can have that live interaction so that you have more clarity until you kind of get your own rhythm yourself. Next slide, please. Okay, and on this last page, I also do one-on-one sessions. I have 3 packages. It's bronze, silver, and gold. The bronze package basically is just gonna be like I'm kind of just pretty much counseling, you know what I'm saying? You telling me what you're going through, and I'm like, all right, let's meditate, kind of put your mind at ease. Or you can sit there and just talk and get consultation, because I am certified in meditation and consultation. So, but it's a 45-minute session. The silver package is more of not only giving you counsel, but also giving you, teaching you how to do some affirmations and giving you some affirmations that kind of help you release by, first I do the cognitive coaching, which is basically I see what your triggers are and I see what's working for you. And then I know your mental patterns. After I get your mental patterns, what I do is I give you some meditations to help you release the momentum of those old patterns. And then I give you some affirmations so that you can do like the Bible say, renew your mind. Every time you still your mind, you release. When you put affirmations, then you reprogram the mind. So, meditation helps you release old programs, and then affirmations helps you install new ones. Your mind is like a machine. The last package, I also include visualization in there. And then I also have different sounds that I play that tap into this right side of your brain, which is your subconscious mind, so that your affirmations sink in faster and you get faster results. Now you don't have to have different vibrational sounds and stuff like that. One of the best ways that I would tell my clients outside of a session is that when you first wake up in the morning, before you touch your phone, before you do anything, your mind's already clear. Your mind's already in what we call a theta state. So I would play sounds that get you in a theta state. But when you're at home, I encourage you, when you first get up, that's the best time to meditate or read something inspiring, because that's the best time where you can reprogram your mind, because you're not thinking about bills and children and all this other type of stuff. So that last package is really for some mind transformation. And I also give you a little more time than the other packages. And also I'll give you a free book, and I'll give you a free recording that's detailed to you. Like if you got something you're working on, I'll help you come up with some affirmations, give you a recording, so that when you play that, you can play it while you're driving, and you can download new information that'll help you renew your mind without having to study and read constantly. And that's the gold package, and that benefit of that free book and that sound and that sound recording is only with the monthly package. And then of course I got the meditation class on the bottom, which is $499.99. Could you go to the next slide? I believe we might be through. Oh, that's it. Yeah, so that's pretty much you know, the information. Did you want me to do a live practice, or you just want me to just go through the information?
Man, if you can do a quick 2-3 minute live practice, that'd be great. Let's see if we can focus in. Let's see if I can get these guys centered for just a moment before I dive into what they're looking to do in their future.
Okay.
Get your head clear first.
All right. So if you are in a comfortable place, I recommend that you sit up straight, or if you're laying down, just make sure you're comfortable and your back is straight, whatever your position you're in. And then just kind of draw your mind in. You can close your eyes. And anywhere that you might feel tension in your body, or even if you want to kind of flex your whole body, like if you would flex your muscle, you want to kind of tense your body up. And then as you tense your body up, go ahead and take an inhale. And then on the exhale, release that flex. And that's going to help loosen up tension wherever those muscles are. And you can do this at home anytime. And it's also going to help stimulate blood flow. All right, so I'm going to guide you through it. Go ahead and flex all the muscles that you can, as best as you can, as tight as you can, and inhale. And then go ahead and release. And then kind of just keep your eyes closed, just scan your body, see how you really feel. Sometimes we don't take the time to see how we really feel. Just scan how you feel, scan how your feet feel, how your calves and your legs feel, how your stomach and your chest feels, how your arm and your neck feels. And then kind of just shake out whatever feels tense. And now you just take a deep breath in, hold that breath, and then exhale. And now just breathe normal. And just for, let's say 60 seconds, just focus on your breath. If a thought comes to your mind or a feeling comes to your mind, just observe it for the next 60 seconds. And then after you observe it, try to redirect it back to your breathing. Just kind of observe how the breath goes through your nose into your lungs, and just kind of observe what happens. But just keep your focus on your breath for just 60 seconds. And just observe that you're in a safe place, a calm place. Nothing's wrong. Nobody's trying to hurt you. There's no earthquakes. You might observe what you feel in your hands and your feet, what you smell, what you taste, what you hear. Just 20 more seconds. And you can go ahead and come back, open your eyes now, welcome yourself back. And that's just a quick demonstration of just how to be present, especially when you're about to receive some good results-driven information.
Man, excellent, man. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, man. Good stuff. Great, great, great stuff. I'm telling you guys, once again, it changed my life this year, made me be more cognizant of the moments. And that's probably why I'm more present now than I've ever been when I'm in situations. Allow me to turn my cell phone off. I don't have my notifications on. All that stuff is just because of being able to be present in moments. Real quick, any questions, guys, that you would have about meditation? Delshana had a great comment. about it can slip into other stuff. And Delshana, that's exactly what I thought. And that's why I was like, man, forget that meditation crap. I'm not going into that. And so I'm with you. I feel you. But at the same token, done right. And then as I did some more study on it in the Bible, it's like, well, wait a minute. It says to meditate on the word. It says to be still. It says, and all those things to me are taking a moment to regroup. So even if we take out and thought the word meditation and just put in the word get still, I think that might even help some people to realize that you have to get still. Because I know for me personally, as I'm preparing for a message or getting my mind right, is in the early wee hours of the morning, everything is quiet and I'm settled. And it seems like I can get more accomplished. And some of you that are writers, I'm sure you're in the same place. I don't know if you can write with a bunch of noise and stuff going around, but it's good to get in that place. That's a quiet place, a safe place, and focus. So anyway, I appreciate you. Lee, man, good stuff. Any other comments that you would have, man, to wrap us up? But I appreciate you, man. Good stuff. Thank you personally from son to father. This is an example, guys, that you can learn from your kids. You can learn from your kids. Don't ever get to the point to where you debunk what they're doing or trying to show you, especially if you see results from it. And so as a father, I had to repent, apologize, and now appreciate all that he's been teaching me. I'm learning, and as I'm growing and being able to get more quiet. And I think now, to be honest, this is something you might agree with. I'm at a spirit of ease now, to where now I don't let things bother me. And it makes a big difference when you get to a place to where you're not tripping no more. I'm not chasing money. Money just comes to me, literally. And so it makes a big difference when you get in that different place. But Lee, any other comments or thoughts that you have before you jump?
Yes. I will drop my link tree in the chat, and you can, on that link tree, you can check out my book, The Power of the Mind. You can sign up for the meditation class, and you can also sign up for one-on-one services. And if you guys have questions, you can, I'll just kind of leave my email there too. So if you want more information on like what meditation is and stuff like that, I'm fine talking with you guys, the Result Driven family, about, you know, what it's going to look like. But you'll really get most of the bulk of the information in the class. I do also have books on meditation from the Christian perspective and its history. So I have books that I can recommend to you too on that. And there'll be more information in the class if you guys want to sign up. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, dog. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to jump into, now that your mind is all clear and you're ready to hear some more stuff, I'm going to jump right into our sessions on tonight. This is going to be a 3-parter, guys. So we're not going to finish it all tonight. I'm not going to even try. But what I'm going to do is invite you to get a pen and pad. Now, some of you have already done the work of setting up your actual, what's that word I want to use? Setting up your goal plan. But I kind of want to go through a few things that maybe can add to what you've already done and accomplished, and hopefully help you to develop it even more so with the basis and strength of being able to now focus on what you really want to happen. So let's go there real quick. So one thing I want to deal with, and I mentioned this to you guys last week, is 23 goals for 2023. Don't try to do 5 million, try to do 23. Start there. So 23 things that you want to do in 2023 is a good start. Now, when you start doing it, I want you to start categorizing some of this stuff in your personal goals, your business goals, and your wellness. When I say wellness, I mean physical, spiritual, and mental. And really answer the question, what do you want? You know, guys, I'm always going to hammer you on this. What do you want? Not what you think you can and can't do, but what do you want? Now, I am going to throw out a few words on this session that deals with the word I don't like, which is I need you to be real or reality. I'm the reality. I don't want to really kind of go to that, but I want to bring it up a little bit, because sometimes you'll write down these goals that are unattainable because of your past experience. And when I say unattainable, it's almost like you're saying, well, I want to lose 500 pounds, but you ain't lost 2 pounds in 3 years. You know, some things, and same thing is like saying, well, I want to make $1 million, but you ain't never made 5,000, and you don't even know how to manage that yet. So when you get to a certain point, you have to ask yourself, what's going to be more plausible, because also what you can do, which I've seen a lot in this strategy and goal planning and vision boards, people do stuff that they can't do, so they don't get disappointed because they knew they couldn't do it. And it's sad, because then now you had all these plans and goals that you never complete, you never finish, only because you set yourself up for failure from the beginning. Okay? Unrealistic goals, unrealistic timeframes, things that really are not what can happen, but things that you know from your past experience you are unwilling to do. And that's something I want to deal with tonight. Okay? Real short. Like I said, I got about 18 minutes and I'm gonna get out of here. Questions you have to ask, 3 things I want you to hammer. Where are you now? Take a realistic look. Where am I at now? What am I doing? What am I doing to head into what I really want? Next thing is, where do you want to go? So knowing where you want to go is important. You can't just say and be generic about what you want. Sometimes I know for a lot of these goal, vision, and planning things are phenomenal, great. I mean, I've seen people do it amazing. But the key being is, I need to know, where do you want to go? But also, the last thing is, what are you willing to do to get there? I think that's where most people struggle. It's like, I want all these great things. You know, I think Kevin Hart said it the best. He said, everybody want to be famous, but nobody want to put in the work. In other words, everybody wants all the accolades, but nobody wants to put in the legwork. You know, and it's amazing to me that you can want something, but not bad enough to change, not bad enough to shift from what you used to do to get into what you want. Because I mean, no, you can't change and not change. If you believe that to be true, type that in the chat. You can't change and not change. You just cannot change and not change. 3 things I want you to kind of start with. I want you to get an annual theme. Some of you, and here's, I'll use myself on these examples, and I'm definitely going to show you guys some of my stuff too as we go along. Not that you are not me, so everything is going to be different. Yours is going to be totally different than mine, okay? Annual theme, like my annual theme for this year is evolve. That's my word. Evolve 2023. That is my word for this year. I also have an annual scripture. My annual scripture this year is 1 Corinthians 13, 10 through 11. So I know some of you are not on the spiritual tip, you're not about the Bible, fine, but whatever that would be for you. But get something that you can latch hold to, because I promise you, everything you try and start at the beginning of the year, trouble's coming. Everything that you thought is going to work is not going to work. Matter of fact, some stuff somebody told me, they was like, what do you mean you don't hope it don't work? Because I want you to experience, some of you, failure, an aspect of, you have to realize that it's a part of success. But if you don't ever go through it, then when it does come, it can shut you down. And I don't want your first failure to make you stop going forward and what you know you should be doing. Okay? So if you're going to fail, fail fast. That way you get it done and over with so you can move to the next thing. Okay? Now, with that being said, Evolve 2023, what that means to me is now taking all that I've learned, developing it, and making it better. Matter of fact, there's 3 things that I put underneath my theme and my scripture is I believe it's going to bring me to a place of spiritual maturity this year. I believe it's going to connect parts to affect change locally and globally in me. And I believe that I'm going to be better suited for my environment this year. And those are the things I'm getting from Evolve. Okay, whatever that word would be for you, that thought would be for you, get it, latch hold to it, let it be your war cry for the year. If you don't know how to do it, then just ask somebody or think about it for within yourself. What's going to be important for you this year? Okay, affirmation. Like, for me, I have affirmation. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly on a continuous basis from multiple sources. Let me say it again. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly on a continuous basis from multiple sources. That's my annual thing, my annual affirmation. So that means every single morning I'm getting up and I'm saying this. And this is something I want you to think about. Me personally, every single day I go through my goals. Every single day I go through my goals. Because to me, I know I'm going to get off course. I know I'm going to get off course. But if I'm going through my goals every single day, then now I remind myself to get back on track every day. So even if yesterday was a bad day, next day, new day, I can now start fresh and start going after it again. All right. With that being said, personal goals. I believe you should have health goals, mental, physical, and spiritual goals. Make sure you line yourself up, however that would look for you. Okay. Relationship goals. Some of you, I'm not talking about marriage or not married, but it can be a part of relationships. But I'm talking about as in getting to the place to where you actually ask yourself, like for me, I'm going to be transparent. I didn't have a good relationship with my nieces and nephews because I'd gotten so busy that I didn't get a chance to reach back to them. So in 2022, I made a decision that I'm going to call my nieces and nephews. I'm going to reach out to them, check on them, and make sure they're good. And I gotta be honest, I did pretty doggone good this year. I've been able to reconnect with a lot of my nieces and nephews and talk to them and be a part of their life because I wanted that relationship. Now, also relationship with my wife, my kids, I want all those relationships to work. So I believe that you ought to have some goals though. Who do you want to get closer to? You know, my family, we vacation together, we hang out together, we have family dinner every Sunday. I mean, those are relationship goals. Those things don't just happen, but they have to be intentional. So what intentionally are you trying to do this year when it comes to any relationship? Do any of you have kids? If you have kids, just put in the chat, I have kids. Okay. Now my question to you is, what's that relationship look like for you this year? Do you want to be better? Some of you have good friends that you kind of disconnected from, not because they're bad people, but because you just got busy. How can you reconnect? Like right now, I've made a pact that every Friday morning at 8 o'clock, I'm going to take someone to breakfast that I need to have in my life as a mentor, or someone that I need to mentor. That's personal, has nothing to do with what I'm doing, but just something that I want to do. So what's that schedule look like for you? Okay. Business goals, of course, put down those business goals. What do you want to look like? You know, what do you want your business to look like? You know, income goals. What kind of income goals do you have for 2023? Now, I know some of you, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire, or whatever that is. And that's good. But what did you do last year? And let's compare. Okay. Also, let's separate your business from your personal. You know, get to the point to where some of you are working full-time jobs, which is great. That's pretty much solid, established, great. What about what you're trying to do in your actual business? What is going to take this year to get you off the job? If that be your choice, some of you, you're good where you're at with your job, but if it would be, what would you need to make in your side hustle to make sure that you can relieve your job? Now, here's why I'm bringing this up, because if you don't never think about it, how can it happen? Okay. If you don't process it, say, well, once I get to this point, I'm out. I think it's a beautiful thing. Income goals are important. Travel plans. I write down my travel. Like right now, I know where I'm traveling next year. I'm going to Jamaica for the summer. I'm going to Africa in September. And the following year, I'm doing a med cruise in May. So I've already lined up some things. Me and my son are talking about doing another trip to Colombia, doing a trip to Colombia. You know, it's so many things that now, a ski trip. So there's some things that we're actually having plans of what we're trying to do and accomplish for next year. I'm not talking about going down to San Diego. I'm not talking about going down the street. Cancel all that. I like big stuff. I don't do small winky dink trips, guys, too often. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to enjoy it. Some of you take these little small trips every so often, which is good. You need to get away. But is that hindering you from really having a real trip? I'd rather take a real trip personally than do these little hip and hops and carrying on. But that's just my personal thought. But I don't think it's bad either. Okay. I got some more. I don't want to jump into it because our time is way spent. But I want to hit you up tonight with let's do a little conversation. What do you want to happen based on your past year results? If you couldn't, and just open up my chat line, open up my lines here. I want to hear you on tonight. What do you want to happen based on your past year results? And when I say that, let me clarify. If you really look at what you did versus what you're trying to do this year, what are you going to do different? Delshana, thank you for throwing your hand up. What you got?
Momentum would be my word. I did a lot of stuff this year. I had some breaks in that. I made money hitting and missing. But I think looking at this year and knowing what the possibilities are and having the support next year, I want to see that more consistently. So my word I would use would be momentum.
Beautiful. That's a great word. As a matter of fact, I shorten it up and call it Big Mo. You know, we shorten up everything, Big Mo to make it work. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Angie, what do you got? What do you want to happen based on your past year results?
My word is completion.
Completion.
Because I know that I can start things, but I know too that I can drop the ball. So I know that to be a habit that I don't want to take over into 2023. I want to complete the things that I start.
That is powerful. We want to have to come back to that one. Thank you. Deshaun, what's that for you?
You said what do I want next year based on what happened this year?
Yeah. Or maybe what's that one word for you that you want to use to carry into next year?
You said one word that could be used to carry.
Yeah, what would that one word be that if you thought about it is going to be your word for the year next year? Or what do you want to happen based on your past year results? What do you want to happen different this year?
I say there's probably two words. One is three words. So we got focus, we got accountability, and then we got the word isn't coming to mind, but it's pretty much review. There you go. Review or track, right? So my key performance indicators. So for me, last year and the year prior to, I remember I start the year, I got my targets, I got my goals, I know what I want to do. There you go, Delshana, evaluation and assessment. Yeah. So I set my targets, I got this big vision, and then I start working towards it. And then next thing I know, the year's over, and I haven't ever reevaluated my progress towards those goals or looked at the work or the things that I'm putting in, my inputs, seeing how I need to change my input to get a better output. So it's like I pretty much set a target, but I don't set those key performance indicators, or if I do, I follow them for a period of time. And then, within the first 6 months, I might switch up or whatever, or change directions. And I never revisit what I first set out to do. So that way I could refocus. So this year, it's all about making sure that I keep up with those things that I set out to do. And of course, if I do pivot or whatever, I still evaluate and assess so I know where I'm at and where I'm going, and I'm not just shooting darts in the dark.
Wow, that's good. That's heavy. That's powerful right there. That's really powerful. That's really powerful. Thanks for sharing. That's good. Robbie, where you at, girl? Where you at? Matter of fact, let me shift it a little bit, unless you want to speak on the last question. But what do you need to stop doing, and what do you need to do more of in 2023?
I think one thing I need to stop doing is second guessing myself and being confident and knowing that I know what I know. And what was the second part again? Sorry.
No problem. What do you need to do more of? So what do you need to stop doing, and what do you need to do more of?
I still think I need to do more growth. And when I say growth, I mean growth in being more involved in or learning more about my area that I'm working in, my taxes and my bookkeeping. So growing in the knowledge of that. I think being more focused and then being a better steward financially over my finances, making my money work for me instead of working for my money, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. You know me, I'm all about that passive income life.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Okay, absolutely. Good. All right, Terrence, I don't know if you're available. I see you doing your thing, but if you can, what do you need to stop doing, and what do you need to do more of in 2023?
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, yeah. For 2023, my plan that I'm already doing, but I want to like fully complete is a full established product. Like I have services and consultations, but it's like when I go to your website or to the people in the chat website and they have like a full product, like whether it's a course or whether it's a blog, that's what I plan on having fully established for the new year.
Okay, perfect.
Did I answer the question?
So, well, let me. That's a good. Now, let me ask another part of it. So, what do you need to stop doing that you did do in 2022 that you need to stop doing in 2023?
I I wouldn't call it multitasking, but it's like staying focused on like if I have 3 products that I have in mind that I want to complete, I can't just what I'm going to stop doing is just like, okay, I'm gonna do this and then switch over to the other one and nib at that a little bit. Just be like, okay, I'm gonna go focus on this one until it's fully done, and then I'm on to the next one. So I don't know if you call it multitasking or switching gears.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
good.
what I need to stop doing.
Then what do you need to do more of?
More of having deadlines and like I feel as though that I could apply more pressure by being more prolific with my business. So more like strong focus and getting it done. I feel like I could accomplish way more than what I'm doing right now with it. So just go harder, being honest.
Okay. Well, good, 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 good. So that's a good thing. All right, appreciate that. Appreciate it. Sade. I don't know if you're at the point. I knew you're at the game. I saw his son was playing, so you might still be at the game.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Can you hear
Did he
me?
drop- Yes, I can hear you. Did he drop 20?
Hold on.
Oh,
Okay, what about now?
okay. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Now I can. I'm sorry.
Good, good, good. No worries, no worries. So what do you need to stop doing 2023 that you did in 2022?
I definitely have to agree with I need to focus more. I think Deshaun said that. I think I started losing a little bit of focus when I got closer towards my peak season of my actual job. So I mean that's not ever going to change as long as I'm there. So it's like I gotta stay focused on my actual goal with my business and not allow, my actual job to like get in the way because I allowed it to do that. So staying focused would be something I'll say for 2023 instead of allowing things to come in and deter me from my goal.
Okay. Okay. And then what do you need to do more of?
More of, I have to honestly say, I don't get out much. I don't. And I think that another word for 2023 for me would be friendship because I just don't get out. I don't have really a lot of people that I associate with. Most of everybody that I do talk to is back home in Texas. So it's like they're not here. So it's just like I think that would also help too because I'm constantly, either at home or doing something else that's not actually something that maybe I really want to do per se, but I have to do it. So it's just like maybe just a little bit more time for like playtime instead of just always work, 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 work.
Good. Good. Well, thank you. That I think that's powerful. I think it's what you're pretty much saying is you just need to open yourself up a little bit more. And that's good. And I'm going to concur. That's one of my things I got to do this year. This year, I got to get out more and do more networking events. I've been not good at that. I've been so focused on getting my head down and putting in the work that I didn't do the networking. But at the same token, I realized that I had to get the job done. Now I can lift my head up and do some more networking, but I had to focus on to me what was the main thing. So I get it. And that's where now the balance comes in to make it all work together. So that's excellent. I love that. Sounds good. Glow, what are the things that you got to do? I know you're out there working, making it happen for me, but what's some things that you got to stop doing and what are some things you need to do more of?
Hi. Okay, so some of the things I guess that I would need to stop doing is for me this year, I need to not be so busy in the work that I can't oversee the work. And so that's kind of my phase and my transition this year to make sure that all of my systems are in place to make sure all of the supervising things that need to be done are being done. And I'm not so busy in the work that I can't oversee the work.
And what would you say you need to do more of?
Setting more systems in place for me. And that's kind of where I'm still formulating everything as it's expanding and growing. Now learning how to grow the business and in the areas of making sure that the systems are in place for the people that I'm bringing under me. So pretty much surveying the business and see what is working and what's not working.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Sounds amazing, sounds good. All right, guys, I know we're not gonna finish tonight. My intent was not to. I wanna stop here, but real quick, I do wanna answer any questions that you guys have. We're a little over our time, but if you have a question or a thought or a suggestion, I would love to hear it at this time. You can open up your mics. Regina Jean, is that Regina Jean and I see in there, Robbie? Is that Miss Regina Jean?
It is, my bad. I didn't even know I had my mama on here.
Oh my God.
What's up, mama? What's going on, girl? I ain't seen you since the Fat Boys broke up. You came out of hiding, bless God.
My goodness, I didn't mean to be seen. Hi.
What's up?
Nothing.
How's retirement?
It's lovely. You know, I finally went to Jamaica. I just got back, so. I heard you say you're going there this summer.
Yes, ma'am. We are setting the plans in order.
Wonderful, that's awesome.
Did you go to
Enjoy
Kingston or
yourself.
did you go to Mandalay,
Montego Bay.
Montego
I went
Bay?
to Montego Bay, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I loved it. I relaxed, and you were talking about clearing your mind and just being free. And I'm telling you, given all that energy and guilt and stuff to the Caribbean Sea was absolutely amazing.
Wow, powerful, 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 powerful. Well, sounds good. Other than that, guys, any other questions, thoughts? Anybody's got anything? Like I said, I didn't finish tonight. I just wanted to get to a good stopping point. But I'm really going to ask you, if you haven't already done so, look at getting once again that theme. Matter of fact, I'm even got somebody working on a theme music. You know, every good coach got a theme song. So look out for my theme song. It's coming to a town near you. Y'all gonna see it, brother. Like, man, what this dude got his own theme song? Yeah. So you guys get to a point to where you get that set up. Get you a word for this year, whatever that word would be. That would help you. All right. Turn down for what? I hear you, girl. I hear you. So get you a theme song, get you a theme saying, get whatever you need to get to keep you in motivation mode, that you can have something. Because the key with all that we're doing the next 2 to 3 weeks is giving you something from the beginning to hang on to that will carry you to the end, and you can still hold on to it. Because trust me, everything else is you're gonna lie to you. You're gonna tell you stuff you can't do. You're gonna tell you stuff you can't accomplish. But once you put this stuff on paper and you keep looking at it, I'm gonna recommend every day, it's gonna make a huge, ginormous difference in everything that you're doing. All right. So I ain't going back and forth. Oh, anyway. Well, I'm gonna do it, drop it like it's hot and get up out of y'all way. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. I hope you got something out of today. If you did, tell somebody about us. Don't keep us a secret. Open us up. Let people know what we're doing for you, how we're helping. And I appreciate you for tuning in. This is our last session for 2022. So those of you that have been with me all year long, thank you so much. I pray that your business has grown. I pray that you've made money. I pray your family and relationships have gotten better. I pray that everything that we've done together has helped you tap into your greatness, because truly, I do believe with all my heart that this has been a great and amazing year. Now, next year, get ready. And once again, I'm gonna throw my word out. Get ready to evolve. Get ready now to take everything we've learned, and as Delshana said, get some momentum behind it. And we're gonna finish this year stronger than ever. So next year, I'm talking to you, is gonna be your best year ever. If you believe that to be so, type in the chat, my best year ever. Come on with me, come on. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. I'm getting ready to sign off, but I wanna hear it. I wanna see it. Best year ever. best financial year, best relationship year, whatever that would be, it's going to be your best. You got to start declaring it, guys. You can't just say, oh, well, it's going to be all right. No, it's going to be my best year ever. Best year financially, best year relationally, best year spiritually, best year mentally. It's going to be my best year ever. And you know what? I believe it to be so. I believe it's already done. God bless you guys. Have a great night. I'm RW. I got number love for you. See you soon. Happy New Year. Enjoy. Stay safe. I'll see you next week for our first session of the new year. You guys be blessed. Talk to you soon.